Well, it's Monday. We're back again.
It's Monday, boys and girls, let's party! It's Monday, boys and girls, let's party!
And so what we've tried to do is really bring that shape language from the architecture. But like what we love to talk about at WDI is shape language. And we often refer to shape language.
There's such iconic shape language in Spaceship Revetti Attraction. We really wanted to make sure that we fused to that throughout the space.
You didn't. Well, of all the cheap, lousy ways to save a buck.
Folks, we're not saving bucks here, and we're happy to have you near and dear to our hearts right here on That Park Place Live. It's a Monday. That means we're ready to get underway with the latest news when it comes to theme parks. Folks, we've got Ron of Follow the Bradley's Fun. We've got Erica of Hanging with Erica and Raf. And wouldn't you know it, we've got another guest about to join. But first, before we do, let's see what you, the superstars, have to say. One single lonely super chat to start off with. But folks, it will not be lonely for long. We know that our friends out there will send in the messages that we need to say during the show today. All right, just a Dutchie for 6. For the group, it says, saw Scary Movie 6 yesterday, and thankfully it didn't disappoint. Went with a friend, and we had a conversation about it afterwards, still laughing. Hey, way to go, Just a Dutchie. Glad you got out there and had a good time. And it is not lost upon me that you did not go see Mando again. No. Falling to 6th place. Ouchie, wah. Ron, is that going to affect the theme park, you think? That they changed the whole ride over to Mando and it's a mega flop? It's like John Carter levels of catastrophe?
Well, all I'm hearing right now, and I need to get out to the parks this week, but all I'm hearing is that the parks are pretty dead right now, honestly, at least at Walt Disney World. The thing is, Galaxy's Edge, I don't think that's winning people over anyway. When I posted about the fact that I would take Streets of America with a picture over what, Galaxy's Edge now, that got some really good response. And a lot of people, I do believe, agree that's probably not where Disney thought that it was going.
Ron, I did not realize this. It was pointed out to me over the weekend that not only can you go to Disney World for half price right now because of the 4-day ticket deal they've got all across the country. You don't have to be a Floridian to access that, but you can go and it's like $100 a day. You can add a 4-day water park to that for $50.
Wow.
Oh, gosh. That's
4 days. Yeah, it's like $15 a day for the water park to be added onto the 4-day. I mean, the parks are empty now. I don't know what to tell you. They're giving it away.
SeaWorld's not empty. Universal isn't empty. I'm just saying.
The people just aren't going to Disney is what it sounds like.
Yeah, we're not going to cover that today as its own story and segment, but I think we are probably Wednesday. Because it was just brought to my attention. We've just looked at this. But yeah, you can get the 4-day pass at $100 per day for the theme parks. You add a $50 water park option, and boom, you got an 8-day vacation. You got an 8-day vacation for like $450.
Yeah.
We're back to
we're at that hotel. So
no hotel.
You can almost afford lightning lanes now.
Yeah, almost. We've got the first Dragon Queen out there, member for 16 months. Did Pro get his thing? Hugs for all. Culture has it in the mail, and hopefully we'll have it real soon. Dragon Queen, I'm looking forward to having it, but blame it on Culture. And by the way, Culture will be here, so you can actually blame him. Hang tight, we can blame him. But both that one, and we've got a gift coming to us from Wolfle McGruffle, I believe. So we're looking forward to those. Folks, we're also looking forward to our special guest joining us right now. Prepare yourselves for, the greatest, the latest, the mightiest insight the world has ever seen.
Commander, you've rained on my glorious parade. For this, I'm sending everything I've got at you. But
And it's MJ. Hey. She's the one bringing everything we got.
What
is happening here, guys? What do you mean no stays? You can go to the All Stars for like $120 and get your free water park ticket. Come on.
I'm not going to that Roach Motel.
MJ, did you know?
Not a Roach Motel. Come on.
It is when I went there last.
MJ, when I brought you in, I just want to say I randomly selected a clip. I didn't know what was going to play. I hit the rando button, and so it turned out okay. It turned out okay.
I like it. I like that guy. He's cool.
There you go.
He's a good actor.
All right, that's right, Mr. Curry himself. All right, folks, it's time for one of our favorite ways of getting started on a Monday, and boy, do I need it this time. I actually was up last night after the Renegade show till about 1:30 in the morning working, and then got up this morning, and so I could use this, folks, more than usual. And you all, join in, please, because we're going to do the click it and sip it. Your job is to simply click the like button and then sip along with us. And as you get ready with your index fingers to do the thing you need to do with that like button, first we go to Ron. Ron, what is the beverage of the morning?
I haven't gotten it yet. I have to go get it.
Dude, mine's in the fridge. It's a cold brew. I'm waiting for it to get a little bit colder. We're bad. Okay. We'll be avatars. You and Erica do the sip.
Just get a ninja.
I was here on time, so there.
With the cold brew button.
Hello, MJ. All right. Hello, Erica. Erica, what do you got?
I got Javalia Colombian blend.
Yum, yum. I have this is just a latte today. I needed far more espresso, but I've got a latte today. Miss Erica, shall we?
Yes, we shall.
Folks, you join in with us right now. It's time for the click it and sip it. The sip it part is here. 1, 2, 3.
One of those tests. That's good stuff.
Ah.
Yes.
Nobody's at the Ron studio. MJ still got away.
Hey, I let you guys have a moment there.
Yeah.
Yes, never interrupt the coffee moment, right?
Calling Ron.
You can't pay me enough to drink Javalia. That stuff is like petroleum. Ugh.
Oh, I love it.
Calling Ron. Ron Bradley, are you there?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Okay, he's coming. All right, folks. Super chat goal today is 20 super chats. If we hit that, we're going to tell you what were our very worst experiences at theme parks. And culture is going to show up. So you want to hear what the heck culture has gotten into at theme parks. So culture will be here at the second hour. But help us get to the 20, folks. The dream to stream comes true because of you. And we'll tell you what have been the worst experiences we've ever had and save you from said moments in time. All right, we are covering some bizarre stories today. So if you're here and you are here, trust me, you have come to the right place to really find out what is happening at Disney in a way that the mainstream media, they have no clue. Also, I'll tell you this. So we covered a story, how long ago was that? Maybe a week and a half ago. 8 days after we covered a story about a fight at Steakhouse 71 at the Contemporary. You all remember that story? Yeah. 8 days after we covered that, the mainstream media finally got a hold of it and started covering it. So they watched the channel. They just can't get there quickly enough. Fox News was all over it 8 days after it happened.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. Before we start the story number 1, Chef Eddie for 5. I heard there will be layoffs at Lucasfilm, and the rest will move into the basement of the Galaxy's Edge Hotel with the Imagineers. Woof.
Basement.
Where there are no windows and one door.
Basements in Florida. Okay.
Just Jay for 2. Curry's acting was wasted. Red Alert 3 was trash.
What's happening?
Should have been in Warcraft 2 or Warcraft 3. For the Horde. For the Alliance. All right, folks, let's get to it because we've got a crazy story. Do you all remember when we told you about the little grandma who is going around Disney World with her camera, with her phone, and she's got a little tiny 4,000 subscriber YouTube channel? I'm not saying that's tiny. I'm just saying she's been doing this for years, years and years and years and years. And, she's just doing it for fun. Ron, what do you got? What are you drinking now?
You know how we do it, Pro. We're a little silly on Mondays.
I'm muted. I just got the best part of waking up.
Folgers.
Javalia. All right, Rockapella. All right, Rockapella. All right, so we covered this thing maybe a week ago about the little grandma who's, she's at Disney World with her camera, and she's got 4,000 followers on YouTube, and good for her. And she's working hard, but I don't get the sense she's doing it for a living. I get the sense that she's doing it because she loves Disney World and she wants to share it with you. And there's this subreddit that's just vicious to her. They've chosen her to be mean to her. Well, Ron, I don't know if you've heard about this. I know that you're in the parks all the time. Apparently there's like a turf war at Casey's Corner. What? Have you heard about this? And it involves the little grandma?
Oh, man. Turf? I heard about the Disneyland gangs, but I haven't heard about nobody calling out turfs in Disney World.
Let's go there. It's a
hot dog.
It's a turf war, and it's at Casey's Corner on Main Street. Folks, what if we told you there is a turf war at Casey's Corner in Magic Kingdom? And no, we're not making it up. A few weeks ago, we covered this story about a grandmother who is doing a YouTube channel. And I'll show you the article that we were using last time. June 2nd, 2026, New York Post covering this. Rabid Disney adults harass docs widow 61 over her Magic Kingdom social media videos. And you can see her right here. Okay, and she runs. This is Kathleen. And you can see what they say about her. Blank you, get a job, get a real life. I don't know why they've chosen this woman to harass her, but they have. There's a subreddit that just torments this lady. She has some social media accounts under the handle Magic Park Memories. Her YouTube channel has about 4,000 followers. And so, they're just viciously mean to her. And when we covered it, I thought, that maybe that's going to knock them off for a while. Maybe they'll stop it, because we can put a little bit of a spotlight on them. Well, we've got an update. They have not stopped. 5 hours ago. Dear Kathleen, says Raven Princess 23. And hang tight, folks. I don't like internet drama and I don't like little things, but I promise we're going somewhere that matters here. The Disney adults are just too much. They got to stop. They're so bizarre. These people are weird. It says, Dear Kathleen, this conversation is about you and your repeated intrusive actions toward the piano players and other cast members. No one here is mocking them. We are concerned about you and the way you insert yourself into their personal space and lives. That's right, folks. This person is speaking to Kathleen, who may not even know what Reddit is, on a subreddit that seems to be dedicated to attacking Kathleen over at Magical Memories or whatever it is. It says, I'm asking you as calmly and respectfully as possible. Speaking into the void. Oh, wait, no, there are 260 likes on this. To stop this behavior immediately and take a step back. Leave the piano players and other cast members alone, Kathleen. Hang on, let's go back and see the little lady. Okay, this is who they're talking to on a Reddit forum that she probably doesn't read. A subreddit dedicated to harassing her. You are extremely fortunate to be able to visit Disney every day. Many of us would love to have that opportunity, but the constant territorial behavior around the Casey's Corner piano is unnecessary and uncomfortable for everyone involved. If you simply stepped back and stopped treating the piano area as your personal stage, the criticism would end. There are many other musical opportunities across WDW where you could participate without creating this kind of tension. And please understand this criticism isn't just coming from this subreddit, which is so vile, the New York Post, like national news is covering this kind of stuff. Your behavior is being discussed on multiple social media platforms because it become concerning to lots of people. So what the heck are they talking about? Well, folks, here it is. Here's what they're mad about. This is Kathleen. This is her tickety talk. She's got a grand total of 363 likes on this, 23 comments. And here's Kathleen at Casey's Corner. You ready for this, folks? Here's what she does that they can't stand.
20 seconds. And they're getting ready to do the baseball song, Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And Neil Kern is the piano player. So this is Casey's Corner. Here's the castle behind me.
All right, that's enough. Hang on. You say it's got to be worse than this, bro. It's got to be worse, right? Okay, here we go. Ready? Now I can't play it because of the audio, but hang on, one more.
Which one? What'd you have?
I was going to say, could you do like a mix up of Fantasmic and Happy Ever After?
Oh, of the two of them? I bet I could. Let's try it.
Okay, just okay. I got to go to Ron first because Ron, you're in the parks all the time, and you're aware of the influencers, and you know them, they know you. You hang out with them. Ron, please help me understand. Why are they like? What is she doing wrong? She is at Casey's Corner. She has a little tiny slice of the internet where she is sitting at the piano at Casey's Corner and live streaming from there. What are these people on? They've made the national news. They're so vicious, Ron. What in the
I have no clue. I'm wondering, this is making me think in my mind, is there a subreddit about me because of the time that I filmed the cast members that were dragging their big bags behind them on TikTok? It got 3.5-4 million views, something like that. And in the comments on TikTok, some of those were pretty vicious. Look, I'm like, I wasn't doing anything. I honestly was filming something else, and these cast members saw me filming, walked by me. They had their big black bags, and they literally have, the characters that they are friends with, like let's say a Goofy hanging off of their thing, but all from behind. No faces were shown. And I made sure when I posted it, I wasn't showing any faces because I wouldn't do that. And the comments got vicious for me. So I guess there are Disney adults that are weirdly overprotective, but it's like, I'm looking at this in case
they're football crazy.
I've literally had the same interaction with that same gentleman. I don't know that I necessarily filmed it or whatever, but
Neil,
that's what he does. That's what Neil does. He's a good guy. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Against him.
He doesn't appear to be bothered by this lady.
He did,
Disney security isn't coming to stop her and say, hey, ma'am, you've had enough. These are people sitting behind their computers self-policing or policing Walt Disney World from like 500 miles away. And look at this, folks. I want to go down the comments. I don't know what kind of rat hole we have dropped down into on the internet, but they're making national news being this cruel.
Can you imagine had she asked him to play Zippity Doodah?
Oh, Mysterious Glass says, next you will start asking the piano players and the Disney CEO for help. Talking about from this subreddit. Raven Princess says, I agree 100%. If she does ask the piano players, I hope they can truly use this as an opportunity to advocate for themselves against her stalker, creepy, and intrusive behavior. But I'm not sure that Disney's policies are for CMs. Honestly, her actions make me uncomfortable to go to Casey's Corner, says Sans250. Not only does she present herself in a concerning manner, but I don't want myself or my children recorded.
Hey, TikTok fans, this is Kathleen, Magic Park Memories, and I'm at Casey's Corner.
Oh yeah, that's really, I'm worried. I don't want to be at Casey's Corner either now. I'm terrified. Erica, MJ, what the heck? What are these people on? Like, can they not find somebody else? Like, I don't know, Kim Jong-il, Kim Jong-un? Like, is there nobody in the world that they could aim their ire at rather than poor Kathleen, the grandmother at Disney?
I don't understand what she's doing that's any different than these other live streamers like Ron on the Go, Tanya, Resort TV One. A lot of them do the same identical thing that she's doing. They even will request songs. I have witnessed that. And we've been following those guys for years because we haven't been able to frequent the parks on the day-to-day. I don't know why they're picking on this woman, maybe because she's not younger and doesn't have the, I don't know, I guess clout or notoriety of these other channels I just mentioned, which I think is disgusting. Like, leave her alone. She's a senior citizen, you know?
Now, so everybody understands what kind of a subreddit we're dealing with. And I kind of think maybe the police need to step into this. I think we're reaching that point because these people, these Disney adults, I'm not making I'm going to speak hyperbolically, okay? I'm going to speak symbolically. They're psychos. Theme park swindlers. A proper little corner of the internet devoted to calling out those cheeky hustlers who fancy themselves as theme park influencers, but are really just in it for a freebie and a full wallet. And if you go here, Not a fun place. Kathleen, no one is forcing you to go to Disney and grift. They're posting, I know one of my followers told me last week her brother who's in heaven shared my birthday. I said a prayer for your brother. They're mocking that. I'm not even going to mess with that, but they're trying to dig up like criminal histories of cast members who dare, speak to Kathleen. They've got a video here claiming that she's bothering Stitch. I mean, this is just a non-stop source of them being mean to a lady in a way that's truly obscene. MJ, we talk about Disney adults, but this is a dark side of the internet, and I honestly think that maybe the police need to get involved because I'm afraid they're going to do stuff that puts Kathleen at risk or puts her in danger. This is unbecoming behavior.
Yeah, it is. It's unfortunate. I mean, you guys pretty much said it. Erica nailed it. Me being her, I know TikTok probably has a larger audience than going live on Instagram or X or whatever. She should probably try to figure something out. The internet's mean. The moment that you put your face out there and you know that millions of people can have access to you, you just need to grow an extra layer of skin. I mean, we learned that here in this community on from what we do.
Well, I'll just tell you though, we have the greatest community online. There's no doubt about it. But I think this actually, MJ, this goes even beyond growing a thicker skin. I can't imagine being a person with 4,000 followers on YouTube, a grandmother, and having an entire subreddit, hundreds of people that are literally spending every day trying to harass me, dig up stuff, from people's past who dare talk to me. I'm worried that they're going to, there's always one person who's that unstable in a group of 1,000, and these people are plenty unstable. I worry that something bad could happen here, and I hope it doesn't.
Yeah, I agree with you, especially after that one incident we saw over in Disneyland, where they actually escorted the live streamer out of the park for absolutely
over the swatting.
Yeah, yeah, that was just unfortunate. And I don't know this lady, but she doesn't seem like she would cause that kind of scene.
Nobody's perfect.
I'm sure if they came up to her, she would cooperate and say, "I'm just here. I'm on TikTok, and I'm just doing my thing, living my life." Right? You have the right to do whatever. I mean, you can record
TikTok. She just should be on YouTube.
Yeah, I
kind of feel lonely too.
Stay away from TikTok. I don't like TikTok personally. I don't even have the app on my phone. That's my personal preference. But yeah, I mean, someone like her, she probably either hasn't even checked the comments.
Yeah, the thing too is
she probably has no idea.
I feel a little lonely here. I really do wish that some of the influencers would speak up. I wish that some of the vloggers would speak up. I wish some of these Disney pixie dusters would say, this is not okay, because she shouldn't be on an island. She shouldn't be facing this. And she definitely knows this is happening, because once you've made national headlines, like she has, I mean, she didn't make the headlines. This group that hates her has made the headlines. You got to really try hard. Mm-hmm. You got to really try hard to get the national news to cover your subreddit, because you're so awful. And the idea that, what are you so awful about? What is it that you're mad about? Oh, it's a little grandmother who sits at the piano at Casey's Corner.
And how many followers you said she has? Like 300, 400?
She's got 4,000 on YouTube, and I think she's got 20,000 on Instagram, maybe TikTok. I don't remember, but she's, in the grand scheme of things, I mean, she's no Tim Tracker. I mean, and I'm not, numbers don't matter in terms of like your value, but I'm just saying, like, she doesn't have the resources or the ability to defend herself against these kinds of people if they were to go beyond the internet and take it into IRL. I think it's ugly, and it's a shame. And I think the Disney adult community, if there is such a thing, I think they should be ashamed. Ron says yes, there is.
It can be toxic. It can be toxic.
Ron, what is that? What's that chortle about?
It's just that there are, I mean, when you think about it, Disney, all right, Peter Pan syndrome, adults not wanting to grow up. Look, there is a place where you can be an adult and go into Disney and feel childlike, right? And feel childlike, but don't become an immature kindergartner who gets their feelings hurt by everything and this and that and the other. handle it with some degree of dignity while you're still experiencing the joy of reliving your childhood. You can do both, but the world we live in today, in so many ways, I think has become unhinged, and it's just right. Like, I just want to tell the people on Subreddit, look, go get your corn dog nuggets and enjoy your plastic cheese and call it a day, please.
And your free cup of water.
That's it.
Leave
grandma alone.
Leave the elderly alone. Have some respect for your elders, for heaven's sake.
Leave grandma alone.
There we go. One more for the top. Triple decker, just how you like it.
Wow, thanks, Mr. Walt.
You enjoy it.
We will.
Folks, what if we told you that Pride Month is pretty much gone from Walt Disney World, even if Disneyland is doubling down? Kind of. Let's talk about that. It's a double coast strategy that we're watching, and Disney is coasting on the idea that you will not pay attention. At a time when so many corporations are pulling back on the LGBTQ plus month, Disney is, well, doing the same kind of thing, mostly because they're overwhelmed, you see, by America's 250th birthday, and they just don't have the room for this kind of stuff. I think that's a cover for them. Here's what we've got out of the Washington Times. Children's shows. Disney World marked Pride Month with rainbow imagery, and it took us a lot to find anything covering the Pride stuff at Disney World, but here's what they have, okay? It says, at Walt Disney World, the company's annual Pride Month installations are once again spread across its parks. According to Inside the Magic, a rainbow mural has returned to outside Connections Cafe at Epcot. Okay, so pay attention to where these things are, okay? Connections Cafe at Epcot. There's a rainbow mural. Hollywood Studios is hosting a Mickey Balloon Pride photo opportunity featuring 11 balloons, each striped in different colors of a different Pride flag. And a Mickey Pride mural and themed slushy drink are available at Magic Kingdom. Now, you all know that in the past, Pride kind of took over Walt Disney World the month of June.
Yep.
Now, you got a mural somewhere in Magic Kingdom, and a slushy drink can be found somewhere at some restaurant, maybe. WDW News Today reported that the Epcot mural depicts Spaceship Earth beneath a rainbow arc and incorporates the Progress Pride flag design, which adds black and brown stripes to represent people of color and the colors of the transgender flag along the traditional rainbow. Hollywood Studios display includes all kinds of flags. Pride Month photo opportunities have also been installed at Animal Kingdom and Disney Springs, where 3 restaurants, none of which are owned by Disney, are serving specialty Pride Month cocktails with a portion of proceeds benefiting the Trevor Project. So basically, after so many years of so much pride at Walt Disney World, you've got 3, maybe 4 murals and a single drink. That's all Disney is doing. Except, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in California, where the mood is distinctively different. Although, wait a sec, hold a check. Things are changing there too. Disneyland After Dark is coming up June 16th and 18th. It says experience a joyous after-hours event at Disneyland Park on Pride Night, celebrating the diversity that makes us unique. Now, hold on a minute. The time is 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. 9 p.m. to 1 a.m., and the ticket price is the same for all ages, a.k.a. it doesn't matter if you're 3 and up, they're charging you adult prices. Why would that be? Well, friends, what if I told you I think they're kind of quietly dissuading having kids show up to this thing. I think they're making it more difficult for kids to be there by charging the adult price for everybody and by having it be from 9 to 1 a.m., even at Disneyland. 2 nights only and really not much else for the Pride Month. Now, everybody has their opinions about Pride. Some people are very supportive of it. Some people think that it's, a real sin. And there are people in between. And so we recognize all the different viewers and the way people view this thing. But it's interesting to me that we're seeing the collapse of Pride, merchandise, and support at the Disney parks. And I think it's fascinating that people aren't talking about this. And so I thought we should. MJ, what do you think? Can you walk us through what has it been like at the Disney parks in the past years in Pride Month as compared to now a couple of murals and a slushie?
A couple of murals and a slushie. Except at Disney Springs, you can still decorate a cake with the Pride flag on it. But yeah.
Isn't that a third party, though?
It is. It's just part of their Pride Month.
Yeah.
But
So
it's
walk
a
us
third
through.
party.
Yeah, walk us through what has it been like in the past in the month of June at Disney parks when it comes to Pride Month?
I'll be honest, I don't really go to the park during June. It's my birthday month, and unfortunately, it falls under this category. So I try to avoid it by all means. I'm supposed to be heading to Gatorland this month. I
May
gotta
the
feed the
Gators,
gators.
may the Gators still be of an amorous
I'm not a good candidate
yeah,
for Pride Month going to the parks, but it's been, from what I've seen, like the vloggers and whatnot, and friends that are like, at the parks showing us what's going on. It's been pretty decent. It's getting better. It's I would say watered down, and even in their films, they're pulling out some woke. Remember, we were getting saturated with the woke stuff in all the Disney animation films. Now that's not happening as much either. So I don't know. Maybe things are taking a turn for the better. I would say management has something to do with that. And also the people have spoken. They're getting probably tired of it being shoved down their throats. But that's just what I have to say. So,
Ron, your thoughts on the change this June versus prior Junes? You can definitely feel something is different.
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Bro? Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I want to make sure that it's just me. So if hopefully I'm on.
Yeah, you're good.
June is I mean, from what I understand at the parks right now, it's very, very quiet. And what I have seen as far as Pride is concerned at in the parks is merchandise, massive amounts of merchandise that where 90% of what they put on the shelves has ended up a cast connection. Having been a cast member during many, many years, you go to Cast Connection in July, the merchandise starts showing up there, and it's a lot. And it always felt to me, and I'm just being completely honest, it always felt to me like the merchandise and everything else was far more for the cast members than for the guests. And I'm not trying to be like, no, nothing mean against. Look, Disney, the type of environment it attracts cast members that are LGBT, fine, no issue with that whatsoever. Those people like that stuff, that's fine too. I don't look, not an issue. My only issue is, for me personally, is that there is a degree of confusion created for kids because kids naturally gravitate towards rainbows. Kids like rainbows. It's beautiful, bright colors. And I remember growing up in the 1970s and 80s, we had like Rainbow Bright and a lot of things were rainbow. Skittles are Taste the Rainbow and all of that stuff. And kids love rainbows. So it has always kind of bothered me that is what they decided to use as their symbol, because it's felt, and maybe I'm wrong, but it's always felt like they wanted to attract children in particular, which was strange to me. Why would you do that when you're just talking about your rights as an adult? That's what the whole movement is, right? About they want specific rights as an adult. Whatever. Here's the thing, as far as a park that is geared towards families with children, Disney adults aside, there's not really a need for, I think it's good to have, cupcakes, decorated rainbows, that's fine. But the symbolism should just be, hey, a bright, fun rainbow cupcake, not meaning anything else. And it's a different thing, because a lot of times, like the rainbow cupcakes and stuff, I'm totally cool with, but I just don't like the meaning. I personally, I'll be like, you know what? You can choose your meaning, and my meaning will be the meaning that the rainbow was given in Genesis. So that's all.
So if we go to that park place, you can see that back in 2025, we were already observing that Disney had scaled back significantly the merchandise aspect of this. And you're right, Ron. A ton of this just goes to, second and third party sellers to try to, offload it at the end because people aren't buying it.
Really does. A lot.
And by the way, we've covered this. I think it's young people who are sort of turning away from Pride Month. And I think the data is showing that. It may be seen as kind of hey, that's what older people do. They do Pride. And Same thing is happening with tattoos, bizarrely enough. We're watching as young people are not getting as much tattoos because older people were getting tattoos, people in their 20s and 30s and 40s, and they got tattoos. And so now that, the younger generation always pushes back. It says, this article from last year says, during the final weekend of Pride Month, that Park Place was on the ground at Walt Disney World, and what we found might surprise those expecting the usual rainbow saturation. It says the subdued presentation appears to reflect a broader trend, not just at Disney, but across corporate America. And you can see this is it. This is what you had at Epcot last time. What's fascinating is, we had covered just how, here, by the way, here's an article talking about the fact that they can't move this stuff. Wish and Rainbow merchandise. We'll show that down here. Ron was talking about this. But what's amazing is we were covering this in 2025, just how much less merch we saw for Pride Month. This year, I would say it's down 80%. I mean, I don't know that statistic to be, hard. That's a guesstimate on my part, but I think we're down tremendously in the amount of stuff that they're doing. By the way, these are all items that they could not sell, that you're seeing the pictures of. They could not sell these things and had to send them on over to Cast Connections or to flea markets or Ollie's in the area in Orlando. So it's Wish stuff and it's Pride stuff, just nonstop. All right, Erica, your thoughts on the change that we've seen in Disney quietly switching over to America 250 as opposed to Pride, and I think that's been their PR play, is to say, well, it's unique, it's America's 250th, but I don't think they'll bring back the rainbow stuff next year.
Oh, that's a bold statement. Not bringing it back at all next year.
Well, I mean, maybe the same as this year, where you give a little token mural. Yeah. I mean, they've got this is on par with Kwanzaa.
Well, I'm hoping that they've finally gotten a clue that, their main demographic that has deeper wallets are parents. And those large families means more meals, more merch, longer hotel stays than adults. And I hope they are really changing things around to make this more family oriented. And we'll see. I'm happy they're going in this direction. It's more kid friendly.
There you go.
Speaking to which, I had a question for Ron. Is this the first time they're launching a Cool Kids Summer, or they've done this before, Ron?
That was last summer. That was last summer was the launch of Cool Kids Summer.
Thank you. So maybe, just maybe, because it's their second rodeo now with the Cool Kids Summer, they're trying to phase out the Pride thing because it won't attract parents with small kids to the parks during this time that they're pushing out all the activities. I'm just saying, maybe.
That's a good play. I hope so. That's a good play in my book.
Maybe.
There you go, folks. Whatever you think about Pride Month, whether you're supportive, whether you're not, just know we're bringing you the stats, we're bringing the real stuff, and you can decide now what you think about it. But Disney, at least at Walt Disney World, dramatically decreasing the Pride merch and the stuff that they do there in support. You got a slushie, though, eh? And at Disneyland, putting the thing so late that hopefully maybe they're thinking, we won't get videos of kids out here, because that never does well in the mainstream media. We'll keep you up to date on what's going down with the House of Mouse and how they are celebrating this June. Stay tuned here to That Park Place. All right, folks, let's see. We've got some super chats, and we love that. 2 to go right here. Just J for 10, or just J10 for 5. Former Disneyland regular here. She's fine, talking about Kathleen, as long as she doesn't hog it all day. This is psych issue of one or a few. Reddit should be ignored. The reason that we're being careful to not ignore it is because there are hundreds of people, by virtue of the fact that we can see all the likes, there are hundreds of people dogpiling this woman who doesn't seem to be doing anything wrong. I agree she shouldn't be hogging, a single space all day. That doesn't seem to be the case. When we go look at all of her videos, she's all over the parks. So does she like Casey's Corner? Sure, but she has that prerogative. And the thing that I would say to people is, let Disney handle it. Disney has regulations, they have policies that if they find a problem with somebody being in a single spot, they'll handle it. They'll take care of it. Yep. They're not going to let a single influencer ruin the experience for everybody. But, it's not your job. It's not your job in Saskatchewan, sitting on your computer, at a call center, not taking calls and getting on Reddit instead and harassing little grandma in Florida. Like, get a life. England DG for 2, Figment had a rainbow tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No jokes allowed.
But that's always
Still
been
there.
that way ever since
That's
the
such a 80s thing, like the rainbow.
You all are not
rainbow motif even
Not-
in the 80s.
you're not getting the euphemism here. There's a euphemism here. England DG is making a little joke about Figment. Poor little Figment. Poor little Figment. All right. You don't like Figment?
No, or Stitch. Sorry.
They're kind of the same character.
Go ahead,
but
throw
I'm
the
kinda-
tomatoes. I don't like Stitch. Or
I like Figment. I'm kind of with Stitch. I'm not really a big crazy Stitch fan, but
We know.
I'm
Goofy's my
a
man.
Billy Barty fan. That is all. I loved Billy Barty, and it's sad that he's passed.
Old Figment, I think, is better than New Figment. New Figment is kind of a Stitch character. The original version was, a figment of your imagination and very lovable and with the Dreamfinder. This new version is just a little hijinks, thing.
Hey, trivia. What
Go for
80s television? What 80s television show gave us Figment?
I got my tomatoes.
What 80s television show gave us Figment? Let me think about that for a minute.
Reading Rainbow, was it?
No. This is it's.
Well, now, wait a minute. Hold on, Ron, because Figment came out in 82.
It was a cop drama.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Okay, so it's Magnum PI. I can't remember which Imagineer it was that but he was watching Magnum PI, and he said, "Well, no, who's the English guy on Magnum PI?" I said, "Look, Magnum, that's just a figment of your imagination," and that gave him the idea to name Figment.
I can see.
I did not know that.
Now that makes sense.
Interesting. That's cool.
Of all the things, I should be your phone a friend on all things Disney. And Ron, I did not know that. Wow. I was racking my mind. I was trying to think.
Ron should have a show. The more you know.
Yeah,
I was trying to think like did Figment.
True.
I was like, did Figment, appear in cameo on the Wuzzles or something? No. And I was like, the 80s, well, 82. Like this is gonna be. We're down to 2 years for TV shows. Thank you, Ron. Yeah, we'll add that, folks. Add that to the cap. We'll tell you about Southeast Game Exchange in just a minute. Mr. Neem, 21 for $4.99. Any first-time tips for Universal Florida? My family and friends will be going in August. Growing up, always went to Disneyland. Won't be giving them money. The tip I'm going to give you is Universal, for Universal. Given that you're going in August, you need to do everything you can to be well hydrated and stay cool and find a way out of the heat during the middle of the day. August is hotter than Satan's armpits in Florida, and so you just need to be aware of it. Panel, any other thoughts on it?
Yeah, we actually just did a full live stream on Lorena Creole's channel on Saturday, talking about all the advice you would need for surviving the Florida heat in the theme parks. Universal.
Go check it out,
Disney.
folks. What, Erica, do you know the name of that video with Lorena?
It would be her Resort Recon, and it's the latest one we just recorded on Saturday.
Yeah, go check it out. That's fantastic. Panel, any others?
You could go to the Dollar Tree and get a few ponchos. They're super skinny and small. You could put them in like a fanny pack or your backpack. Have those ready because it's August, so it's hurricane season. And it likes to pour rain on you out of nowhere. And then the sunshine comes smiling through. Don't get discouraged if you get a little shower here and there.
Ron, you always tell people to ride Velocicoaster 5 times in a row just after having a churro. What's your advice this time?
Yes. Go on. Go to Casey's Corner, right? Look and say, protect Kathleen, right?
Universal, Ron. Universal. Kathleen's not at Universal.
Oh, never
They're
mind.
going to
You're
Universal.
Right.
Avoid
First time to
Disney.
Universal. Okay, never mind. Let's see here. Go to okay. Let me give a real tip. I was going to do a joke.
Okay, give a real tip.
All right, here's a real tip. Powder is your friend. Talcum powder, baby powder. Put it everywhere because chafing is a real thing. I'm just saying. Look, it is. It's really annoying if you get to the end of the day and you realize that you're chafed in places you don't want to be chafed. Use powder. Also,
that's a real thing.
I will personally wear a pair of swim trunks to the parks, but swim trunks that look like regular shorts. There's plenty of them out there for sale and all the Walmarts around and all that. Because you're going to get rained on during the day. And if you don't mind getting rained on, getting wet, if you're wearing clothes that dry very quickly, like swim trunks, like what is that? What wicked shirt? Is that what they call that material?
Dry fit material. Yeah.
Wicking material is another one.
And I even wear water shoes, but really, really comfortable water shoes that are meant to walk around in the parks because they dry super quick. Just make sure that you are prepared for rainstorms, especially if you're going in August. Woo, boy, yeah, you got to be prepared for those rainstorms during the day. And let's see, Universal Florida. Get to Volcano Bay. Get to Volcano Bay. I have a vlog on it. Go check it out.
They're going to close really soon for a long refurb. So
yeah, so it's and you're going in August. That's before the refurb, but they're not closing until October. So get there, get to Volcano Bay, and really enjoy yourself. Universal's great, and there's some other things around there that you can see the pirate show and
hey, Mr. Neem, go to Ron's channel and click on all his links.
It's a great idea.
He's got the shoes in the Amazon shop. If one of the mods can put his link in there, your shoes. Every video you have, it says what shoes am I wearing. So if you click on that, it goes right to your Amazon store.
And never ever, folks, never ever wear flip flops to the parks. Never ever wear sandals, and never wear brand new shoes. I know it sounds like a good idea. They need to be broken in.
Yep.
Break them in. England DG for 15 years with CEC, Summer of Fun for Years. Cool Kid Summer sounds goofy. We called ourselves Poor Man's Disney. Guess Disney caught up. Gosh.
I love Goofy.
I bet Ron can do a pretty good Goofy.
Hey, everybody. Come on out to the Cool Kid Summer and get under a parachute with me, just like you did in kindergarten. Gosh.
Ron, you know the trick to doing a good Goofy is you got to get the laugh. You got to do the it's the pullback, right? It's the yeah. You got to get that. You get the pullback, you're good to go. All right, folks. Hey, look at that guy up there. That's first time and nails it.
He's gonna do it all day now.
Okay. Yep. I
dear
know.
dear Ron's wife, you're welcome. All right, Southeast Game Exchange, July 17th through the 19th, Greenville, South Carolina. Folks, come check out your favorite panels from the Pro Channel as well as that Park Place. We'll be over there saying hello, hi, how are you? Shaking hands, and we'll be doing stuff on stage. We'll also be debuting the release of Zax, the brand new video game where you stack the blocks and you have a real good time. We'll be announcing later today that the open beta has begun for that game and everybody gets free early access. So all kinds of fun. But come join us. Greenville, South Carolina, July 17 through 19 at Southeast Game Exchange. We'd love to see you there with us, truly. And if you say, well, Pro, I'm on the West Coast, or hey, Pro, I'm in the Pacific Northwest, or hey, Pro, I'm sitting out here somewhere in Nigeria. Well, I can tell you, folks, that for some of the folks I just named, we'll be coming to a place close to you in the future. More announcements to come.
Hey, Pro, I'm an 8-hour and 15-minute drive from Greenville, South Carolina.
Ron, I'm expecting you to be there.
I gotta try and get up there.
You're on the list, Ron. You're on the list. All right, folks, let's get into the next item. I told you today is a crazy day when it comes to stories. And this is the headliner from the thumbnail. If Culture joins us midway, we'll just bring him in because we got to have him for this one. Organized crime involving the children at Walt Disney World. Boy, what a day. Kathleen, move out of the way. We got even more sludge to wade through. Ladies and gentlemen, it's hard to believe, but organized crime has made its way into Walt Disney World. WDW News Today is reporting this one. Florida woman caught using underage daughter to steal $2,000 in pins from Walt Disney World. And the question is this isolated or more? A Miami woman, some say Miami, I prefer the Will Smith version. Welcome to Miami. A Miami woman is accused of working with her underage daughter to steal items from stores after they were caught with stolen merchandise at Disney Springs, says Yvette Perez. 52 was arrested and charged with third-degree grand theft and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. She pleaded. I always regret that we've left the past tense pled on the wayside, but she pleaded not guilty in Orange Circuit Court records show. On April 12th, an employee at Disney's Pin Traders noticed a girl scooping pins into her bag. The girl stole about 15 pins, although another employee told authorities she watched the girl steal about 40 pins. It's unclear the girl's age, other than she was described as a juvenile in the arrest report. An adult woman wearing green, authorities said it was Perez, asked the store for a clear plastic bag while the girl's theft was unfolding. The arrest report said the employees described Perez's request as suspicious and appeared to be an attempt to distract store employees from the girl taking the pins. The girl left the store without paying for the pins, then was detained at World of Disney store at Disney Springs. Between Perez and her daughter, the two were in possession of stolen items worth $2,000. A deputy interviewed Perez, who admitted she knew her daughter was stealing and did not have enough money on her to pay for the pins. Per the arrest report, $2,000. Perez also voluntarily showed authorities the text messages with her daughter that were the damning evidence. According to the report, the text said the girl needed to hurry up stealing from the stores and come back to the car so they would not get caught. Well, that's I'd say that's incriminating, eh? Perez contributed, aided, and abetted to the thefts by allowing the girl to keep the stolen items. Furthermore, Yvette was in possession of several stolen products, indicating she was working in coordination with the minor to commit the thefts in her presence. All right, so this is the story, folks. We've got organized crime now in Disney Springs. And I got to say, I could come up with some better places if you wanted to go and do this kind of thing than Disney. Let's review, because we have to do this every time we cover somebody acting illegally inside the parks or inside Disney Springs. There are more cameras in Walt Disney World than just about anywhere in the world, folks. So if you're wanting to get your thieving on, I can come up with some better ways to thieve. And by the way, sending your kid to steal Disney pins. You know how many pins you got to steal to get up to $2,000? Like
5.
I don't want to help the criminals. I don't want to tell you what you'd be more efficient at stealing. But how's this? Everything. You pretty much could not come up with a worse thing to steal in mass than Disney pins. I mean, I guess you could do like those little, you remember those little erasers that are shaped like the characters you could put on your pencils back in second grade? You could steal those. That's less efficient, I guess. What are we doing? What are we doing at Disney Springs? Sending your kid, MJ, help me out here. Like, I feel like we should give a class to these people now. Like, if you're going to be a robber, at least, what, did they come in scuba gear this time too? Like the last time where they tried to get in the restaurant out of the lake? What is going on, MJ?
Paddlefish? Holy cow.
What is going on?
What's worse is the Cool Kids Summer. They have a Disney pin trading program just for kids that just debuted this year. So to hear this, it's like, what are we doing? First of all, we are against anyone stealing anything. You should never steal.
This is news to me.
Anything. Yeah, I got to do that for the trolls.
Steal.
I appreciate that.
It's in the Bible. Thou shalt not steal. Second of all, unbelievable. Shame on you. You got to be desperate to get your hands on. I know some of those pins are like, what, $50 for
to send your kid?
I mean, you're teaching. I mean, it's poor parenting, and then the kid is just gonna think it's okay. So what's going on here? And then they're gonna run for mayor one day.
You might have an easier time stealing the gumballs out of a machine in the local mall and trying to flip them for extra quarters. Like, this is the most inefficient. Why does this keep happening at Disney?
Just a shame.
Why do people come out of the water, sneaking into the kitchen at these restaurants? Like, what is going on here?
They're ruining it for everybody, and more and more. Now you're not going to probably be able to trade as easily as before. And you know, a lot of people take it serious. It's like a sport. It's not even a hobby at this point.
I don't get it, but
I don't get it either, but we have to respect it, right? Because it's to each their own.
Yeah.
It's to each their own. So it's just look, pins on average are $20. So yeah, I mean, what are we doing? What are we teaching our kids? This kid one day is going to run for mayor. I don't know what's happening to society. You know, it's really disheartening how they keep ruining it for everybody. And
so Ron, here's the deal. Like, I can come up with just instantly 1,000 better ways of stealing. I'm not suggesting people should do that. I'm just like, in my head, I can come up with instantly better ways to go about this if this is what you want to do. Do you think it's like a challenge? Like, it's cool to steal at Disney or something? Like, I can't understand why we've got scuba people, sneaking in the back side of water to get into the kitchens at Disney. We got people, sending their kids with plastic baggies to steal pins. This is the hardest place probably to steal from outside of some casinos in Vegas. Ron, is it just the challenge? What's going on?
I'm trying to pin this down. And
yeah. Like, what is happening?
This is so dumb. I remember when I worked at Disney Springs, and I worked on I was working at the West End one time, and
because of course you did.
Well, this was when I worked for BBC, right? So I worked everywhere, and I was working at the West Side, and I was talking to a guy with, dressed kind of like a polo shorts, ball cap, and of course, if you look real close, this gentleman, of course, had the little curly thing behind his ear. So he was one of the undercover security guards. There are tons of those people, tons of undercover security guards. There's also Orange County sheriffs on site at Disney Springs, and like you mentioned before, probably like 1 million cameras everywhere there's a camera. It is gotta be like, who in their right mind would think that they could steal anything from Disney and get away with it? It's bizarro world, because you simply cannot do it. They will literally find you at your house if you've stolen something, and they'll come and they'll send FBI agents or something in. It's just, don't steal from Disney. But the worst thing about this story, of course, is you have a minor, somebody who is underage.
It's like Ocean's 11 with kids, Ron, at Disney Springs these days.
That's not the first I've heard of something like this happening at Disney Springs.
Ocean's 11. That's a good one.
It's ridiculous. Now, I will grant you this: there are the only reason I could think of maybe they thought they could get away with it, because just the vast quantity of people that are typically at Disney Springs. Disney Springs is usually busier than the parks. Free entry, so there's no barrier to entry there. Nothing has a lightning lane attached to it, so that's good. But this story is fascinating to me, because you were bound to get caught, and I don't know why you would want to do that. And especially with something as far as the pins, the only reason I can think of that they were actually stealing pins is because their plan was not to keep them but to resell them. But also, how dumb would that be? Like, you're just putting yourself out there as, hey, guess what I got, and I'm going to resell
the pins.
It.
The pins are overpriced at the retail at transaction. So
yeah,
they might be worth $2,000 at Disney Springs, but they're worth what? Like, I don't know, $500, $800 actually, unless you got a rare one. And the chance that you send a kid over there with a plastic bag and they're going to figure out the rare pins. Are you training them? Are you going through like
for the kid? Yeah, that's terrible.
Wild stuff. Erica, any final thoughts on what we're seeing here with Disney Springs? And, again, we keep covering this kind of stuff happening. People trying to do this, and it's like, are you in it for the thrills? Because it's almost impossible to pull off. Is it the great mouse heist that you're after? I don't know.
I'm not surprised. In a lot of the Disney groups, I have read story after story of not just this kind of theft, but what's more commonplace would be pickpocketing families. We're talking groups of adults with kids where you have one distracting you and then someone behind you trying to get into your bag, like your purse
at Disney
or your pocket. Yes, at Disney Springs particularly. The Springs is, I would say, out of all Disney property, probably the highest risk for pickpocketing. So my advice, if you're going to Disney Springs, keep your wallet in your front pocket. If you're a man, women, put your stuff deep into your purses, maybe wear your purse in front of you, not behind you. Yeah, it's Disney Springs is it's because like you mentioned, it's free, it's heavy traffic, and there's this assumption that people that go to Disney have money. So
Just because they do.
yeah. No, I mean it's a misconception.
That's a fair assumption.
Could be. All right, folks. Would have been, could have been, but shouldn't have been. Stealing at Disney Springs. Caught again. How many times? And one day we'll find that masked scuba diver who is, I'm sure now, circling Bay Lake trying to find a way out. Somebody's going to have to tell about the scuba diving thing. I mean, we did that whole segment and really didn't explain it. Who wants to have a go at that to tell the audience what we're laughing about with the scuba diver?
It was great.
About a year ago.
Former employee at Paddlefish.
Yeah, Paddlefish.
Yeah, former employee of Paddlefish.
I'm sure Ron worked at Paddlefish. Ron, tell us all about Paddlefish.
I have friends that have worked at Paddlefish, but I never worked at Paddlefish. But what I do know is that historically speaking, Paddlefish started out as the Empress Lily, named after Lillian Disney. And it was the first place on the property outside of the castle that they had character dining. So what is he saying?
Nothing.
Saying? Anyway, yeah.
How do you know so much about Paddlefish if you never worked there, Ron?
Because Empress Lily was a place that my parents took me to when I was like, I think it was 8 years old when we first went to Walt Disney World, and we had character dining, and it was different then because they marched out like 10 or 20 different characters. They had all kinds of obscure Disney characters there, like Robin Hood and stuff. So it was wild.
All right, here we go to the super chats. Ken Reinhardt for 2. Do we think the White Rabbits are behind this? Get your tinfoil ready, folks. We're going to need it as we dive deep into the dark annals of Disney depravity.
Oh, boy.
Annals, folks. We said annals. Look it up. Spell it right. Make sure you spell that one right before you look it up. I promise you want to spell that right. England AG for 2. She get pinned to the wall or was lanyard out?
Oh, my God.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Shh. Thank you, England. We've got Christian Corlejo out there for 5. Who even makes these pins out of curiosity? China. Are they made by Disney themselves? China. Do the fans make them? China. Can people make their own pins if they know how? Yes, you could make your own pins if you wanted to. And I would recommend, folks, rather than going to the trouble of stealing these things at Disney Springs and getting caught with your child, I would recommend that you do, in fact, make your own pins if you want to. Now, I'm not telling you to fake it and forgery and all that kind of stuff. Don't do fraud. But get a crayon, get a Sharpie, and put your little Mickey Mouse whatever on it. Don't sell it. And have whatever you want, okay? It'll cost you 25 cents. Wolfle McGruffle for 5. Waiters always ask, is Pepsi okay? But won't anyone ever ask how Coca-Cola is feeling? Also, this is a super cat for the great goofy voices.
Yeah.
Ron, you around? We need that goofy voice back again if you got it. Nope, we don't have Ron. We'll just have to say, gosh.
You do it very well.
Well, thank you. Let's see. Where did the super cat clip go? We got a super cat around here somewhere. Hang on. Well, I'll even change it to find it. Let's see. Where's the super cat? We found it. The old super cat. Thank you, the crime dog. We appreciate you. And yeah, whenever you order hey, I'd like a Coke Zero. Is Pepsi okay? No, it's not okay. Give me No, I'm kidding. It's okay. It's all right. Can't even tell the difference, right?
Pepsi on Disney property, right?
That Pepsi Zero is on fire. It is good.
It's really
legit.
Good. Yes.
It's lit. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got more stories to cover, and we're happy to do so with all of you out there. We would just ask, if you care, please consider clicking the like button. We would appreciate that truly, greatly, and much. Folks, are we indebted to you. The dream to stream only comes true because you're out there supporting everything we do. On the Super Chat goal today, where are we at? 7 out of 20, folks. We got to get 13 more. And then we're going to tell you about our worstest experiences ever at the theme parks. We would love to go there. We'll do that. We got a debate breaking out in the chat now. Cherry Coke Zero is awesome. Royal Crown Cola for the win. All right. Pepsi is never okay. Well, hey, Ron, there's a request. Could you give us, in the voice of Goofy, something along the lines of, gosh, and then do the laugh.
Gosh.
And Ron, is it true you can also do one heck of a Roger Rabbit?
I don't. Let me see.
Please, Ron, give us some Raj.
It's the Toon Patrol. Hi, me Eddie. Please.
We're gonna need to hide him, folks, because there's somebody very scary stepping onto the stage right now.
Potatoes, fried green tomatoes, arugula. Hey, what's up?
When injustice strikes, I strike back.
Culture Casino. Let's go. Culture Casino. Let's go. When the EMS tries their best, strap him down, check his chest. Culture Casino. Casino. Culture Casino. Casino. Culture Casino. Let's go, let's go. Culture Casino. Culture Casino. I don't think that's fair. I tried the best I can.
Culture, did you do this?
That poor guy. Did I do what?
Culture, this right here. Did you do this?
No, I think Mando and Grogu did that.
You think Mando's the cause of this? I mean, the stock was supposed to go up. You know, Josh Tomorrow's there, Wall Street in charge, Iger's gone. We know Iger did a bad job. It's down again. We're below 100. Culture. The stock market is looking groovy, and Disney is loosey.
It's Tomorrowland.
It's about to drop below 99. Hang tight. Let's see. What do you put the bet on, folks? Is it going to go below 99? 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
nothing.
We were hovering. We hit a hover point.
Hover point.
No, yeah.
98, 96. 98, 96.
Yeah. Oh well, I was being optimistic. Look, was this something destined to happen? I think so. I think the stagnation right now in entertainment is probably reflected here. That and the box office came back and Blandalorian and Grey Goose fell out of the top 5, and it's not going well for Disney.
But what if I told you, Culture, that Moana is tracking the live action, tracking maybe worse than Mando?
No way.
Yeah, way. No way. Way. No way. Way.
Especially with that ugly Barbie doll they put in the store. Heaven's sake.
Gosh, I saw that thing. It was hideous.
Wait. MJ, they have a Moana Barbie?
Live action one, yeah.
The live action
goodness.
one.
Hang on.
Hey,
I'll get
hey,
it for
look
you.
like. What
It's
does
just-
the hey look like?
The hey you talking about?
How do you screw up a weird chicken?
What the hey you talking about, Willis?
Ew.
There you go. There's live action Moana. She looks like a Stepford wife.
Oh man.
Is that the face shape?
What's
the
with
actress?
the masculine? Why do they have to make it so masculine? Is what I don't understand. The same thing with Supergirl. They found a girl that's very like. I understand some girls are very chiseled, but Jesus, I mean, they could have. I don't know. Put a wider smile, show her teeth. I don't know.
Do you think that Chaka is masculine?
I don't know.
I think somebody pointed out that the Sid representation in Supergirl, it looks like Will Poulter.
Yeah.
By the way, Culture, you're taking some heat out in the chat.
Oh, why?
First Dragon Queen for 5. It's your fault, Culture, or so I was told.
I'm sorry.
Why doesn't Bro have his thing? It's been like 2 weeks. Coming to Florida in September, covered it in He-Man review.
It'll be taken care of, and you know what? I deserve this heat. I have 4 boxes that I need to take to the postal station. So, and ship across the country. So it's my fault. Just blame culture. It's fine.
He's waiting for the gas prices to come down. Come on now.
It's all his fault.
I'd rather place the blame on somebody else, culture. I don't think you should take the heat. I know who deserves it.
It was measuring attendance at Disney World on July 4th, which didn't really factor in temperature, which is about 100 degrees and 99% humidity on that day.
You are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity.
All right. Culture, did you get a chance to hear the story we did earlier about the little grandmother who's got 4,000 followers, and she's streaming from Disney World at Casey's Corner at the piano place, and there's an entire subreddit attacking her, harassing her to the point that it's made national news. Have you heard about that, culture?
I have heard about that story, and frankly, first of all, unfortunately, the internet's a bunch of meanies. Bunch of meanie faces.
Yeah, a bunch of meanie heads.
And speaking of which, I mean, look, I mean, she doesn't. It's not a big channel from my recollections. I mean, just maybe a few thousand subscribers, you know, and so the amount of heat she's getting is undeserved. And again, it's because this is where people feel powerful. Yep. The anonymity of the internet and the and the empowerment of certain groups relies strictly on taking people down. Yeah. And I think Mean Girls kinds of approaches to things, without any analysis, or numbers or anything else is kind of to blame. And again, it's why I try not to be so hyperbolic on my opinions about films and television and stuff like that. And I think that's the thing people lean into for clicks and attention is hyperbole.
I'll say this about you, culture. I have never heard anybody accuse you of being hyperbolic. I've heard people call you spooky, kooky, Chinese. Never, ever hyperbolic.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Very much.
Yeah. Sometimes, like if I've had a little bit too much purple potatoes, I might have, a glycemic reaction. But try not to be hyperbolic.
Hyperpotatic. Dan's Life of the Kingdom for $4.99. Ian Malcolm to live action Moana. Quote, "Your Imagineers were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should." I wish I had a good Jeff Goldblum impression. Does anybody have a good one?
No.
I don't think that I do.
I think the problem is his pattern of speech is so hard to replicate.
It is.
No,
thank you very much.
Yeah.
Who's that one kid that does that really good impersonation and he does it with like two of the celebrities? I can't remember his name, but there's a really good impressionist, and he's always seen doing the impressions for the celebrities in front of them. So I'm assuming he lives in Hollywood, but I just don't remember his name.
They found an excellent actor for the Fan Fest nights, and he did a perfect copy of Jeff. Just saying. I don't know if you guys got to see that. It was phenomenal for the Jurassic Park. Mm-hmm.
Let me show you this. The chat is wanting to see this, so we're happy to do that, folks. We're always listening. We're always viewing what the chat has to say, even if it's not a super chat. S&P 500 over the past 6 months is up. If you invested in the S&P 500, just all the public stocks on the stock exchange, the S&P 500, top 500, you'd be doing A-OK right now. You're up 8.4% essentially for the past 6 months. So you are getting a pretty darn good return just putting money there and letting it be. What if over the past 6 months you invested in Disney? You're down 8.07%.
Ooh.
So it's a delta of 16 points. You could be up 8% or you could be down 8%. Choose your way, Disney man. So that's for those out in the chat who are saying pro. I know. I'll show it. I promise. We do our best here, folks, to keep you up to date. Give you the data you need, the real stuff. We're the realist, as they say on the interwebs. Texas is out there for 5. God dang it! I want the Rachel Zegler doll with the dislocated jaw and weird head rotation. Oh. Well, I'll tell you what, it's better than those god dang manger babies that Luann's always playing with. I caught Bobby the other day with them. Oh. Boy ain't right. All right, folks, we're not right, and we're about to have a good time anyway. So hang tight with us, and let's talk about the Walt Disney World Resort just chased out the photographers. Then quit snapping your photos, put your cameras down. And then they said, well, we got a plan to fix that. You still need photos? Turns out you do. Well, we've got a service for that. It's going to cost you. It's going to cost you big time.
It's showtime! Straight from the heart of the park.
Well, they kicked out the photographers, and now they're offering the same service for way more money at Walt Disney World from AOL.com. Stop! Did you know AOL is still doing this? Who knew, right? We did. We knew it. You've got mail. You've got news. Spencer Bollettieri. A Bollettieri. He's never heard that joke before. Spencer Bollettieri has this one. Disney World introduces $399, some might call it $400 solution after banning visitors who made the magic possible. It says Walt Disney World Resorts has not been shy when it comes to rule enforcement lately, from handing a Canadian tourist a 4-figure fine for shoving a Disney employee to Tokyo Disney banning visitors who are rude to staff. Known as the most magical place on earth, Disney World in Orlando, Florida has increasingly tightened control over outside businesses that helped make the magic possible. Those that promote paid services across its hotels and resort areas, encompassing everything from photographers and bakers to stylists and decorators. Many of the independent vendors that once helped guests personalize their vacays, celebrations, and milestone moments are facing new restrictions at Disney as it expands its in-house offerings. Now, amid Disney's new crackdowns on third-party photographers in particular, it has also begun offering its own alternative for the low, low price of 400 smackerels. After sending out warnings, phone calls, and cease and desist notices to vendors, including photographers operating on resort property, guests are starting to get the picture of what it all means and how it could affect upcoming vacations. All right, so the story here, Culture, is that Disney has forbidden third-party photographers from coming in. I don't know exactly how that works, like how they figure out, whether the person's with your family or not. But if they figure out that it's a photographer that's been hired to come into the parks, which I think is kind of a luxury thing anyway. But if they find out that you've brought in your own photographer, that's a no-no, and you go somewhere else. And instead, they are now offering the service for $400 to have your own little personal photographer walk around with you and take photos around one of the parks. Culture, your thoughts on the third-party stuff getting kicked out of Disney? We've seen this with the guides. People were hiring their own guides to walk them around and tell them about Disney, and that's gone. So there's been a crackdown, Culture. Are you for or against?
I think I struggle on this one because, if you're trying to bring in the wealthy elites, you're kind of waving a flag at them. Don't come to our parks with your private photographer. You have to use one of ours. It seems very controlling, but at the same time, I mean, Disney is just trying to make money off of what other people have figured out they can make money on in the parks. This is the same thing with the guides that you mentioned, or the private tours, or any of the other things that used to be done by some of the early influencers in Disney parks. And look, I think Disney can certainly, if you pay admission for somebody to come in, can they really do that to you? I think if that person comes in the park and takes pictures with you, and how are they proving or recognizing these people aren't legitimately in the park with your family?
You have a good point, Culture. I'm kind of guilty as charged. I didn't want to say anything because,
luckily there's nobody watching, so we'll speak privately right now. Go ahead, MJ.
Oh man, it wasn't in the parks, but for the resort and the Disney Springs area, I did hire a private photographer 4 years ago. It was my whole family was there, and we wanted to capture special moments, and we didn't want to be on our phones. So we actually found a very nice photographer, and he did a tremendous job. He was very discreet. And the cool part about it, I didn't tell the family. I had him, he was very incognito, should I say? So, yeah, but it wasn't in the actual park. So I'll just say that again. It was resorts area, Disney Springs area, and I don't regret it. And it was extremely affordable. It was during the holidays too. which is another reason why I wanted to do it. Because, you know, tomorrow's not promised, and grandparents get older and just want to have some memories. And
Absolutely.
I didn't want to be I didn't want us to be like, hey, say cheese, take a selfie. Yeah. You know, I wanted to just enjoy the moment. So, yeah.
Ron, I think it's easier for Disney to figure out who a tour guide is. Like if there's somebody actually telling, you know, somebody everything about, you know, although I got to say, if I took a group, you know, and if I'm not the official tour guide, I might be perceived that way. But anyway, Ron, I think it's easier to figure out some of these. But I don't know how you figure out, is that a photographer? Is that a family member? I think that's a tougher thing for Disney to figure out.
You're gonna
oh
hate
boy,
me
Ron knows stuff.
No, it's just that like I'm bringing up my days as a cast member again when I worked.
I know. I could feel it. I could feel it. Ron knows stuff.
It goes a long way back. It goes so far back that this particular place isn't there right now. But you probably know though, Pro, at the Beach Club Resort. I used to work in the DVC kiosk at the Beach Club Resort. It's not really a kiosk, it's just a desk, and it's not even a desk anymore. They took the desk away from those guys, so they have to stand up all day at the podium. But right across from that, there used to be a photography place, and it was Walt Disney World's own professional photographer stand. And from that stand, you could actually hire one of the Walt Disney World's professional photographers. And I don't know if they're all actually Disney cast members directly, or maybe third-party cast members if they worked from a third-party location, because they weren't they're not the PhotoPass people. They're a different set of people, but it's kind of like floral. Disney has their own floral department, the photography department. They have a lot of their own proprietary stuff, and so it's kind of understandable. And it's a challenging thing. It's understandable why Disney doesn't want that business to be interfered with. This would be on the line of somebody making their own Etsy ears and then taking them in the park and then selling those Etsy ears while they're in the park. That is something you cannot do. So it's however, that is.
Ron, I've got an idea now. I've got an idea, Ron. I think memberships for your channel should be that you go and sketch people inside Epcot. You just sit down and just start sketching people and see how long it takes before you have another repeat of the Columbia Harbor House upstairs restrooms event.
Oh boy. Oh, I'm sure that would be a big old violation, a huge violation.
You think if you just plop down a canvas, and a little, got your brushes out, a little easel.
I did professionally draw caricatures on Disney property for an event, though. That was at I think it was at the Dolphin, which was pretty fun. But
I'm gonna say it takes 10 minutes. I'm gonna say it takes, and I don't know what the rule there would be. Like if you got out your easel and you started painting, World Showcase.
It would be, somebody would be upset. That's for
But
sure.
They'd be upset, but I don't know what they can do about that, because as long as you don't sell it.
And wedding packages and photography and all that stuff, they are actually, I don't know, Ron, if you've seen this, but they're reducing the prices for the wedding venue with the package of photography. It's like,
they should. Those prices are ridiculous.
They're trying to make it more enticing, is what I'm saying. I think they reduced it to like 50. It's like a special sale, I guess, for a limited amount of time. Like if you book it now for next year, it's like extremely reduced. And it's probably because not enough people are doing it because it's too expensive. But
also,
that's the thing that you when you have, so Disney doesn't want to allow this competition. What I was going to say though is, as far as the parks are concerned, that is very proprietary, but it would be a lot more difficult to figure this out if you were just going around the resorts and taking pictures. And honestly, I don't think anybody at Disney would say anything to you about it, depending on if you were discreet and didn't have like a backpack full of equipment.
Exactly.
And stuff. If you have all that equipment, that's going to be a different situation.
Or a company T-shirt with a logo or something. Like if you're just regularly dressed, it's going to be hard.
Bring the long lens.
But it's,
Yeah.
I mean, Disney police are everywhere. Like I said before, there's a lot of undercover security guards. They are watching. So obviously, any activity at Disney World is going to be watched. And you know, I'll still never forget the time when I was frantic because I had just lost somebody, and Disney World security stopped me at the Magic Kingdom. They just asked me about whatever, and I was fine, but it's like they're watching everybody for any behavior, whatever that they consider to be any kind of suspicious, and you will be guessed out. Ron is right, says I'll be leering. Yeah, those people probably learned from leering centers.
They're also promoting that wedding place. So I opened up a can of worms. Sorry.
I just want to clarify too. I do not. Please, folks, I do not want to show up one day on the internet and see someone being dragged out with a full, French easel and you got your pain and all that. I don't want to see you being tased in the middle of Epcot saying, "Pro said I could. Pro said I could."
I mean, they can't stop me as a mom if I do my own thing with my daughter's hair. Like I can copycat what they do at Bibbidi Bobbidi myself with the wax stick and all the hair tools, and I got the little tiara and I put the glitter. I pixie dust her myself, and she walks in the park looking like $1 million. Come on, they're not gonna.
Come on, Erica, you look like $1 million no matter what, right? So, Erica, how are you going to sneak into Disney? And I'm not suggesting you would do this, but how are you going to get over there and do your little tour of of Typhoon Lagoon and not get kicked out?
You caught me because I'm already scheming in my head. How can I get around this?
Uh-oh.
We're family. Don't take me. No.
Well, the Asian tourists are really notorious for bringing their huge DSLR cameras into the parks and really
That's what
going
I'm
all
saying.
out.
Exactly.
But it's just like they're not even families. Honestly, they're usually just couples coming from like China or Japan or wherever.
Can we ban the Brazilian tour groups from the songs? I mean, I love them, and a couple songs are fine, but the clapping and the songs, it's just too much, man.
Me and Ron, can you answer this for me? The Brazilian groups they're not as prevalent as they used to be.
No, not like they used to be.
They're not nearly as
there's different times of years. It's just you got to look for the people waving the triangular.
No, yeah, I know, but they
flags.
used to be like everywhere. Like it was crazy. Once upon
What I've seen more than anything else this last year is dance groups and cheer groups. Oh my god! And because it used to be once a year, and now it just seems like they flood the parks from January all the way through May.
Well, at least they're low key and low energy. They won't bother you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Welcome to that Leering Center place. We understand how important it is to find the right care for your child. That's why our hours change week to week to best fit your family schedule. We maintain the highest standards of cleanliness with daily deep cleaning using safe, effective products. Every toy, surface, every snack is carefully tested to be non-toxic and completely safe. At that Leering Center place, we see ourselves as honored stewards, cherishing your children, respecting your precious time, and responsibly managing the resources that make quality care possible. We're here for you and your family today. Visit us today at that Leering Center place.
Plants have chlorophyll. Light hits the plant, causing it to grow. What also causes plants to grow?
Feeding them fish. Yummy.
Yup.
Culture, I just want to say that in real life.
AI.
What, you didn't like that, MJ?
Incredible.
No, he ate the bunny.
No. You assume that he ate the bunny. See, it's implied. It's not. He didn't actually eat the bunny. Just snuggled him in his mouth.
Does it have to be human?
Does it have to be mine? Culture.
I love that.
I just got to tell you, in that video, it's not fair to you. You actually are a much younger presenting man in great shape than what is displayed in that video.
Well, I mean, I'm less the round mound to rebound, but I still have weight to lose. I think we all do, and I've got about a month and change. I'm going to be traveling with a group of humans to a game exchange thing in the southeast, and I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
Humans, ladies and gentlemen, that's right. Your friend Culture Casino will be with us. And we haven't announced this yet, but we'll do it right now. And I'll talk about it more on the pro show later today. We're going to do a live pro show at the Southeast Game Exchange. So we're going to be doing a live show. It'll be streamed on YouTube, but it'll be live at the Southeast Game Exchange. And you can get in line and get your questions in and ask us, kind of like Super Chats, but you get in line and ask questions away. And we'll have a good time, all of us there, at the Southeast Game Exchange, the first of many upcoming live appearances by your friend Pro and all of our panelist pals.
Do you have Bill O'Reilly as a guest? Because he loves to do it.
Do it live.
Do it live. Do it now. Do the roar.
England is out there for 5. Been on the internet a long time, since the 80s. Started an ISP. We call that an internet service provider. Ooh. Sold it to AOL. Worked for Microsoft. Anonymity is important. Don't give that away.
Yeah, well, they're trying to force that in the UK right now, Pro. In fact, Starmer again said that, he's going to start holding services accountable like X and so on and so forth. So because of hate, protecting the children, Pro.
Yeah. So here's the deal. Anonymity has always been important. It remains important. Everybody operates with anonymity. You just don't know that you do. If you think that you are fully transparent, you're not. And the reason is because there are varying degrees of anonymity. Okay? So when you get on the road in your car, you likely do not put your home address on your vehicle. And the reason you don't do that is because you may come across somebody who is hostile on the road. I know you've never seen somebody who's an angry driver. But if you were to come across somebody that you don't want to follow you home, and then you have your home address on your vehicle, well, that's a problem. Whoa. So we all operate with varying degrees of anonymity. During our day, we all know that we give other people what we consider to be the appropriate level of access in lots of domains of our lives. So anonymity is important. People need to decide how much anonymity they want to operate within. Fair culture?
Yeah, but a ghost is going to follow you home.
A hitchhiking ghost.
Boy, oh boy. What's the sound when you're disembarking? It's does she say, well, hurry back. We're dying to have you.
Erica has
just
that
a
clip, right?
Yeah, I've got that clip for my outro.
Certificate.
That's right. Just a Dutchie for 6. Like,
Even
share.
dying to have you.
Love it. Popcorn and subscribe. And ladies and gentlemen, follow the advice of Just a Dutchie, who is helping us make our way. Only 6 more super chats left to go. The cost of a soda when you drop in a 5, folks. And we need you because we cannot keep doing what we do without our fans out there, without our listeners, without our supporters. It means the world to us, and we appreciate each and every one of you. Sea Brew for 2, Tour Guide Pro with Fast Pass coming when?
Man.
Boy, wouldn't that be interesting? Wouldn't they love me then?
Don't wear the blazer. Don't wear the blazer.
Oh, listen. If I show up as pro, we go as pro, baby. We go as pro.
So I saw.
How many people stopped you at Dollywood thinking that you worked there?
I will tell you. Well, nobody thought that, well, no, we did have one person who thought that I worked there. Mm-hmm. Dollywood, their people met us as we were going in, and they were very surprised when I said, I cannot accept any kind of free tickets or anything like that. It goes against the policy of what we do. Marvin cannot accept any free stuff because he's the editor-in-chief. Jonas cannot accept any free stuff. And I hope that I got the sense that they really appreciated that we were principles first. I think I don't think that's usual in this space, but we want you to know when we praise Dollywood, it's legit. Mm-hmm. I think Dollywood is probably the 4th best theme park in the country right now. I place it higher than Magic Kingdom. I've really thought about that. It's close, but I think Dollywood's better than Magic Kingdom. All right.
It feels better.
There's just nothing unpleasant.
Got to get y'all to Silver Dollar City.
The kids. Okay, so first of all,
I told Ron. I actually told Dollywood leadership that we got to do that. Go ahead, Culture. Sorry.
No, I'm just going to add to that and say the kids are very well behaved. Parents are actively parenting their children. People were not misbehaving. There was no yelling or running about. There no teens running amok. It's a different crowd. It's a higher class of human. Maybe I don't know.
Not Six Flags.
Yeah,
they've evolved.
Miles away.
There was no juvenile in the store trying to have their parent distract the people while they were trying to steal cinnamon bread and put that in their bags.
That's a good one, Ron.
Archer Merchant for $5. It was announced the free Disney Plus accounts Cast received for free will now be upgraded to non-ad. Wonder if the non-ad numbers were that bad. That's funny. They're going to give Disney employees the ad-free version of Disney Plus now for free. That's fun.
You know what they did when that Disney Plus first came out is they said you can either choose to get Disney Plus for free or park admission for free. And I'm like, so you're giving us the choice of something that would have cost less than $100 for a year, or park admission for a family of 4, which is basically $800 per day, 16 times per year. Oh, that's a tough choice. I think it was ridiculous.
Jeez.
I will never forget that.
We've got Just a Duchy for $6. It was Culture that became Bugs Bunny's undoing.
Oh my.
Well, I didn't know the bunny's name was Bugs.
Culture, do you sometimes walk around going,
kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit. Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't have enough vocal fry. Ron does that much better.
First Dragon Queen for $2. The Wedding Place now with Wilton's dad.
There you go.
That
That wedding.
Wow.
That's
I
scary.
like that. I like that Leering Center. I'm sorry. I think Marv and Lauren are probably the best ambassadors for that Leering place.
Dead Man Talking. I had to get this up on the screen. Says poor Marv. I think this is talking about either him eating the Play-Doh in that Leering place, or the idea that we would not let Dollywood give him a free ticket. Dead Man Talking. If you're talking about Marv not getting the free ticket because we told Dollywood, hey, we can't accept anything, don't worry. We paid for Marv. Marv didn't have to. The organization paid for Marv, so we don't force that upon him. We've got Smoky Mountains Life out there. As someone who goes to Dollywood a lot, I agree it's great and not stressful. And that's really why I think I place it higher than Magic Kingdom now. Is it's just there's not a negative. There are negatives about Magic Kingdom that are baked into the experience. It doesn't exist at Dollywood. It's just pleasant the whole way.
It was busy. This is the thing that surprised me. And I think I've said this before on another show, but what surprised me the most was it was busy, but you didn't spend a lot of time in lines. The lines.
No, there's so many rides.
Yeah. In
like
fact,
60 attractions.
It's like Disneyland in that way, where there's just a ton of attractions. And the problem is you are more than happy to interrupt your day for food. And there is a lot of really good food there. Man.
That's right. The smoked chicken at Lillian's. Was it Lillian's? Not bad.
Did you just say smoked chicken?
Oh,
I knew about the fried chicken.
It's good. Hey, Lauren ate half a chicken. I'm just going to tell you that right now.
Lauren was in heaven.
The shadow grows. We must act. The enemy has found the roost. Our arrows are ready, but we need a plan. Then we fly to Mordor. Flock for the plan. By the lines of roost. Take that, you brave. What have they done?
They don't know what the f they're doing. Do you understand?
Is that like a personal attack or something?
Bald Hoplight's not dropping an attack. Bald Hoplite is throwing support $4.99. Bald Hoplite, if you meant to send in a message, let the mods know, and we'll get it up on the screen for you if this was a technical issue. And if you're just sending in a $4.99 to say thank you for the show, we thank you for doing so. All right, we got another story, and we're going to rock it, folks. We are 5 away from that super chat goal, and we would appreciate getting there because we want to tell you about the worst experiences we've ever had at theme parks. That tends to be a lot of fun. Let's get to the last story, though. What are we talking about today for the wrap up? Well, what if we told you that the wrap up for Mando is bad, but the box office projections for Moana just somehow might be even worse?
I just can't wait for 3 days of you and me.
Following on the heels of The Mandalorian Grogu being a box office disaster for Disney and Lucasfilm, Moana is coming to town, and audiences could be frowning on this one. Did Bob Iger destroy the franchise? We'll talk about it. Marvin Montanaro, the author here, thatparkplace.com. Moana live-action box office tracking mirrors Disney's struggling Mando and Grogu. Grogu, there's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Says Disney's live-action Moana is tracking for an opening weekend between 80 million and 105 million, according to Box Office Theory. While some outlets will undoubtedly frame those numbers as a success, they look far less impressive when placed in context. After all, this is not a new original film or a modestly budgeted family movie. This is Disney's live-action adaptation of one of the company's most successful modern animated franchises. The original Moana became one of the most streamed movies in the world, while Moana 2 recently sailed past the 1 billion mark at the global box office. Under those circumstances, an opening weekend in the same range as The Mandalorian Grogu should raise serious questions about audience interest. According to Box Office Theory, Moana is currently tracking for domestic debut between 80 and 105 mil. Here's the problem, though, a pinpoint of 92. 92! Those numbers are noteworthy because they place the film in roughly the same range as Mandalorian Grogu, which failed to reach 100 million during its opening frame and quickly became one of the studio's biggest theatrical disappointments in recent memory. Now, this is supposed to be driving a lot of merch. Not sure this dolly's going to do it. I don't know why any little girl would want to have this doll over the cartoon doll. The young actress, I'm sure she's beautiful, but I don't think this doll is a great representation of her. And I would just remind folks that Moana 2 made more than $1 billion, but it was very, very front-loaded. And adjusted for inflation, it actually probably lost in tickets sold to Moana 2016, which was not at all front-loaded. I would also remind folks that Moana, when it was debuted on Disney Plus in 2019, was in the top streaming movies every single year until the sequel, Moana, came out, and then it disappeared, as did Moana 2. And if you go to the Nielsen charts, you won't find either of them anymore. Even back in 2024, the most streamed movie on Disney Plus was Moana. So that's a long run, and somehow that sequel took them out. Now, with this looking like it could be a huge flop, I think the break even on this one could be as high as $700 million because they thought it was a sure bet, and they've CGI'd the living daylights out of it. I think that this is a damaged girl brand. I want to go to our ladies first to ask about this. And specifically, as we think about Moana, I wonder, did Bob Iger destroy this girl brand to kind of lift up the stock until he could drop on out? And does this diminish Moana in terms of like the theme park development plans? I mean, the splash pad already is a very lackluster thing. Erica, do you think, did they waste Moana and did they destroy the huge momentum this franchise had?
First thing that comes to mind is overexposure. Like they just overdid it with trying to put it out there and keep recreating just for, like, to your point, Iger just trying to garner credit. Sorry, my brain is mush right now. I don't have any little girls either. So MJ, you've got kids. I think I'm kind of out of touch with Moana, honestly. It's
MJ, what do you think? Did Iger leave them in a really bad spot with this?
Absolutely, but our friend, the Real Fake Wizard, has stood on top of a mountain and roared over and over. All we're getting is remakes, live action. We don't need to do that all the time. It's not necessary. Next thing you know, in 5 years, we're going to get a Toy Story live action. Just leave it alone. Let things rest.
No.
Yeah, because people don't know how to let things breathe. They don't know how to be creative and come up with something else. So they have to continue the remake and the live action and the this and the that. It's terrible. What they could have totally, Maui should have been, in my opinion, casted by maybe one of The Rock's family members that are a lot younger, out of respect for him. I know he probably wouldn't hand that over that easily, knowing him, but still, I mean, Maui is supposed to be a demigod who doesn't age. And now you're bringing to the scene, how old is he? Like in his 60s, probably. I don't know. It doesn't work well. It doesn't mash. They can't get creative. They're not hiring the right people to write things to be, to give entertainment for people to make their way over to the movies. People are going to the movies. They're going to sit down and watch it because it's the thing. It's something to do in the summer. But it's just a poor excuse, and it's just continuing throwing the bone. Here you go. Have this, gnaw on that until we give you something else. That's my.
Let's go to the same thing. Another rinse and repeat. Like to your point, what Fake Wizard is saying. And they're doing it to Frozen now too. Now we're getting a third Frozen installment, and then who knows what else is what will come.
You'll get a live action in 10 years.
Yeah, probably less than 10 years, and then a little cartoon series on top of that, and it's just like all this overexposure, and they're not bringing to the front new stories and new characters for kids.
Right.
It's just I call it overexposure, and people get bored with it.
Tangled's still being made too. Tangled live action.
You see?
So if we look at the trailers on this, 60,000 likes, 185,000 dislikes, 55,000 likes, 170,000 dislikes. Culture, I actually think this damages the IP, and I think this is one of the most powerful IPs they had. I think this was in modern Disney, sort of their new Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid. I think this was huge. And they've wiped this thing out with low quality offerings. Moana 2 was just terrible. It made more than $1 billion, but that's because it hoodwinked people, and people don't like to be hoodwinked. And I don't think they're going to be hoodwinked this time. I think people are paying attention and saying, wait a minute, the first movie is awesome, but we're not going to be tricked. And I think it might actually change the calculus at the parks, Culture, because, all we got is a splash pad. I think Moana is the kind of ride, along with a few others like Coco and Encanto, they can actually support attractions. I think Moana may be done in the parks if this is a huge flop.
Well, I think one of the most telling things, and since I haven't looked at the article yet, and in fact, if I were to write an article, I'd be focused in on the parrot analytics of it all. Because while they're inaccurate as far as predicting what are you doing?
What are you doing? You have never come on this show and said parrot analytics is.
I'm not holding them up as a paragon.
You're up to something up there, Culture.
I am. But the reason I'm saying that is because the quorum analytics that are out there are being relied on here as well. It's not there's very little difference between the two things. And one of the things that tells you whether or not something will be successful, according to their numbers, is the amount of interest that people have in it. If you have an interest and awareness score that's in the 70s or in the 70s, 80s, especially for a tent pole, it's going to be a successful film. Yeah. I mean, if the audience is coming back and delivering real survey results, which is one of the positive sides of what Quorum does, they actually solicit the audience to find out what their awareness of a property is and what their interest in is going to see it. And Moana is surprisingly low and is losing ground. It's sitting right now at an interest level of 48, losing ground week over week. That is a very low number when you're aiming for something in the 70s for a tent pole. Same thing on the awareness side. So when you start to see Box Office Theory and other places talk about interest and awareness, that's what they're talking about. And unfortunately, because of the parrot analytics of it all, going back in time and realizing and recognizing just how flawed that system was based on social media reaction, whether it be positive or negative, they only draw out that, oh wow, this is a lot of awareness, but it's not good. Right? That's the difference. Whereas you have awareness and interest that are tracked by Quorum, it seems to be slightly more reliable when it comes to this because you're actually surveying people. So, like I said, I'll present it this way. I don't think this film is tracking well, and I don't think it's going to be hard to say that it could flop. It's not even hard for you to say and draw the conclusion that the Blandalorian and Grey Goose may actually win out over Moana. I actually believe that could actually occur. So when you say something like that, it's not too far out of bounds. It shouldn't be for anybody in our audience who's been paying attention when our predictions seem to be so accurate so often, so much of the time.
Ron, I only feel sorry for you in this.
Uh-oh.
Ron, I know you wanted to come out of retirement. I know you wanted to play Maui or be his friend at the Disney parks. I think the chances are dropping now, Ron.
I would agree. It's true. You know,
we're gonna race swap
I
Maui.
was trying to do the whole, what is it, the thing that The Rock does with his eye. Anyway,
MJ, don't.
Yeah,
MJ,
the people's eyebrow.
Ron is being hired because he can do the eyebrow thing, not because of his race. Okay, he's this is a meritocracy at Disney now. They're done with DEI.
Right.
Ron, can you do the eyebrow thing The Rock does?
And
That's
you
more
gotta
like
say
Weird
you're
Al, but
welcome. You're
more like
welcome.
Weird Al, but we'll go with
Weird
it.
Al doing it. Well, look, I this is tragic. This is, yeah, I could play the chicken. That's true. It's tragic because Moana, the first Moana has phenomenal music. The second Moana does not. I can't tell you a single song from the second Moana.
Nobody can, Ron.
Oh no, I can. There's one song that stuck with me, and it's
that's
the
good.
one that she performed at Epcot, and it's beautiful. The lyrics are amazing. The rest, not so good.
Whoa,
That
whoa,
one
whoa!
song,
What's the name of it,
very good.
MJ? What's the name of it?
I believe it's Motion. It's
I
something
believe
in
it's Motion. You
I
say?
believe, yeah.
So,
I'll sing it for you guys too. But hey, I love that song. It's excellent. Sorry.
It's all good.
My favorite is actually the one where they're going out. Said, I don't know. It's because it's sung in both languages, not just English, but also their native language. Anyway, regardless of any of that, you have an epic fail in the Moana Journey of Water thing that they have at Epcot. That just is awful comparative to what they could have done. And it's just really, really sad to see the IP get downgraded this way. And I was thinking to myself, why doesn't Disney do the opposite? Why don't they take maybe they have in some instances, but like Herbie the Love Bug, how come they haven't made a cartoon series out of Herbie the Love Bug? How come they haven't made a cartoon series out of Mary Poppins? How come they haven't taken their old live actions and made cartoon series? Or how come they don't give us original princess properties as a live action first and then make it into a cartoon?
I want a live action gummy bears, darn it. Give me my live action gummy bears.
All right. So and what happened to them making fresh movies like they used to, like the Walt Disney Company used to do in the past? They used to. I loved Bedknobs and Broomsticks. The original Mary Poppins was live action, but has some animation in it. Things of that nature. The company has lost so much creativity, and that is what.
I'm sorry, I stand corrected. It's called Beyond, not In Motion.
Beyond.
As we said, MJ, nobody can name a song.
No, she has two splash pads, one in Epcot and one at the Polynesian.
Frankly, I think if you've got one splash pad, it's enough. 2 splash pads, you need to get that checked. Go see your local doctor if you've got 2 splash pads.
But seriously though, what happened to the day and age when the Walt Disney Company was a company filled with creative geniuses? And now we're not talking about just Walt himself, but Imagineers like Tony Baxter, and there's all of the creative geniuses that used to come along with this company. It just seems like their creativity has gone out the window, and it literally is hard to wrap my head around. I would have 15 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, I never would have predicted that the Walt Disney Company would end up in the state that it's currently in. Right. And yeah, there's still a lot of good things about it. Don't get me wrong. There's still a lot of good things about it, but it's bland, so bland in comparison to what it once was. And them just rehashing stuff because they don't have, you have a choice. There's creativity. Get some creative people who can actually think up new stuff and not just go cut and paste. It's I don't know. It bums the heck out of me.
Well, I'll tell you this, Star Wars should be the biggest boy brand they've got. I know Marvel is up there as well. Moana was the biggest girl brand they've got. And Bob Iger has dropped both of those down now to where people are saying, how much will it flop? How much will it flop? Folks, you tell us in the comments, tell us in the chat. Do you now expect that future theme park stuff is going to be pulled back from both Star Wars and from Moana?
I didn't kill Han Solo. Wokeness killed Han Solo.
Folks, we have had just about 500 of you joining us at any given time during the show, down to 450 as we get ready to wrap up. But we want to say, what's up is you, ladies and gentlemen, because we hit the goal. Thank you. The dream to stream comes true yet again.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right, folks. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's get to it right now. And it looks like Just a Dutchie has helped us claim that crown. Just a Dutchie for 6. Why can't a bicycle stand on its own?
Doesn't have any legs.
Gee, I don't know. Because it's too tired.
That's a cute one. Good on you, Just a Dutchie.
If Dutchie sent another one of those like that, we're doing it as Kermit. All right, here we go. Archer Merchant for 5. Controversial take. As DEI hiring and expenditures in these movies ballooned, it's shrunk the take-home portions after advertising kills interest.
How is it possible that an indie film practically made at home had better writers than Mando and Grogu? And it's beating them, it's slapping them in the freaking box office.
MJ, you just have an obsession with this. Just an obsession.
I really
tell you.
do. I can't get it past me. I'm like, how?
Even
is
in the
happening?
back rooms, even in the back rooms before we start the show, you're talking about it. It's amazing.
Yeah, the back rooms.
Just a Dutchie for 6. Everyone told Sam not to sing. Sam sung. Anyway.
Where did she get these from? Her box of cereal. This is great.
This is Dad Joke-a-palooza.
I love it.
You know what?
We're playing in the green, green grass. Oh, tell me, how do we make it last? Under the sun, the blue stretches.
Ooh,
By
I
the
love
way,
her commercial.
Now that we know that Just a Dutchie is blonde, if this picture is Just a Dutchie, and we assume it is, we got to get that one justified. We switch it to blonde, and I think we're there. WJB Daily for 5. Everyone needs to like today's stream. Thanks for the lunch diversion. Back on my head. All right. Well, get on it. And you're welcome. It's a pleasure to do this for you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Just a Dutchie for 6. Let's see here. What does a house wear? What does a house wear?
A dress.
A dress?
An address. Wait a minute, you can say address. Address, yeah! It's a dress, yeah! Way to go, Just a Dutchie. Thank you. That's the Jim Henson version of Kermit, by the way, for those of you who are young, as they call you, the youngins, if you're wanting, hang on. The guy's name, Steve Whitmire. If you want the Steve Whitmire version of Kermit, it's easier to do. It's up a little bit higher, rubber banding. It's just,
yay!
Yeah, way to go. What does a house wear? It's an address. Yeah.
You just really need kind of the Johnny Carson approach to Kermit. I think that's what I hear in there.
Oh, really? Okay, tell me why. What do I need to do different?
No, everything. No, I mean just in how you present these dad jokes. It's good. You don't have to change anything.
I think you have to change. You have to wave your arms like.
I can't drink anything while I'm on the show.
That's the Kermit.
I can't. I really can't. I got to be careful.
Oh, by the way, because I'm going to drag this show to a halt.
Uh-oh.
Bucky's was phenomenal. I went to another Bucky's. It's one of the bigger Bucky's while I was on this adventure across the country.
Ooh, the bigger
And
Buc-ee's.
and I'm just gonna say this Bucky's had even more delicious food on the
Even more the things you love.
Yeah,
You
it
know
was
they
great.
could get more.
This show's sponsored by Beaver Nuggets. Go check them out. They're not what you think. They're delicious.
The apparel racks are full of America 250 gear.
Yeah, I saw that. Did
Yeah.
you get one? The hat or the
yeah,
shirt?
yeah. And I
Yay.
got the tumbler because I drink enormous
Okay, I
amounts
have
of water.
now. My request to you is wear it tomorrow on your live show in the morning. Yay!
Oh man, no, I'd have to wash it. That means I got to take it out of the package.
Yes.
So I'm saving.
All right, Donald Haga for $1.99. Power to the Niners. Ron, the song is "We Know the Way." We know the way, Ron.
Yes.
Go for it.
We read the wind in the sky when the sun is high. Yeah,
Doom,
we know the way.
Oh,
That's it. That's all we get.
We sail the length of the seas on the ocean breeze. At night we name every star. We know who we are. We know who
we are.
away, away. Who doesn't like the
that's just
songs from the
catchy as
first movie? Are fantastic. They're just like you just sing them.
I've been waiting at the edge of the water.
Yeah, when you're taking a shower, either that or purple potatoes.
Purple potatoes, fried green tomatoes, arugula. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
As we do the dishes.
Sebrew for 2. Where are the best dad jokes kept? In a database. Yeah, in a database.
I'm done. I can't.
Very based. All right, folks, it's time. We hit the goal. So we're going to tell you what are the worst. Ron is right. Says Rainbow Connection. Well, let's see if we get a super chat on it. We'll do it. But real quick, let's do the worst theme park experiences we've ever had. Culture, you go first, sir. Worst theme park experience of your life.
I think it was leaning over the edge. What was it called? Rip Ride Rocket. Leaning over the edge of the launch. Stuck.
That doesn't sound fun.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Well, I mean, it's suspended. It's the suspense of just dangling there. I think it's about the same level of the backwards version of the Colossus at Six Flags Magic Mountain. They had one train going forward, one train going backwards, and my friends decided, we're going to get in this line. It's shorter. Okay, it was the backwards one. That was not the most fun thing for me.
Lauren got into a fight with an ice cream cone at Dollywood, and it was on live stream.
That was true.
Yeah. Let's see here, Ron. Since you got to go do the dish in just a minute, we'll skip the line and go to you. What's your worst theme park experience ever?
I'm going to have to go with walking into the Magic Kingdom and seeing the destruction of the rivers of America.
Yeah,
it's you go there now, you see it behind the wall, you see them doing the construction where the rivers of America used to be, the Liberty Bell, Tom Sawyer's Island. It's heartbreaking. It's because Disney is not supposed to be just a theme park. Magic Kingdom's not supposed to be just a theme park. And if you ever really just wanted to absolutely rip out the magic, you just rip out the heart of America, and that's what they did. And it breaks my heart to see it every single time. Just gross.
Well, on that note, folks, go check out the dish with Ron to follow the Bradley's fun. He's got a lot of fun for you. Well, what? Ron, we asked for the worst, and then we mock, when you give us the worst. Ron, tell the folks though, as they get ready to go to the dish when we end this thing, what do you got coming on? What do you got coming on the show today? What's happening? What are you doing?
We are going to talk about one of the oddest weekends at the box office I have ever seen with the movies that come out, including one that I saw myself, which was a YouTube sensation, where it's a YouTube show, and the last 2 episodes aired live at the not live, but at the box office. The Amazing Digital Circus final act, which, by the way, beat The Mandalorian and Grogu
3 YouTube sensations beating The Mandalorian, Grogu at the box office, and Scary Movie being number 1. I mean, it's a crazy. It's like things are different. So
the YouTubers are conquering the box office.
They are.
All right, Ron, we'll catch you real soon. Could you give us one more Roger Rabbit as you head on out of here?
Leave China over at the dish.
Not bad. Not bad. All right, Erica, worst theme park experience ever, please.
Gosh, it would have to be, I was on a youth group trip when I was in 8th or 9th grade. Went to the Magic Kingdom, and I had dinner with my sister at the Italian restaurant there on Main Street, the Lady and the Tramp
Tony's
restaurant. Yes, Tony's. I have never eaten there again. I had a garlic pizza. And the rest of the night was really bad. My mom had to drive from Tampa to Disney to pick me up and take me to the emergency room.
Whoa!
It was bad.
Jesus.
I've never eaten there again. I will never eat there again. That place could burn down for all I care.
The pistachio ice cream had turned.
It has turned.
All right. And MJ, your worst theme park experience.
Mine is actually a funny story because that's how I ended up here with you guys. I got denied for DAS when I really needed it. I mean, like desperately needed it. And Vash found me on X. He invited me on T3PO, and then I met everybody here. You beautiful people. That was my worst theme park experience, calling Disney to inquire on how do I get accommodations so that I can enjoy the theme park with my family, and being denied to do that after I've been able to have that, for all the other years that I needed it or a family needed it. One time my daughter needed it and we got it like it was no big deal. We used to just go right up into Main Street to, I think, what is that, City Hall?
Mm-hmm.
And
on the left side as you go in.
Present my daughter with her condition. She was very young at the time. So I always had a pleasant experience getting accommodations for us, and I unfortunately got very sick, something that I did not foresee. And it happened when my daughter turned 6 months old. I could barely move and I didn't know what was wrong with me. So I went to the doctor and I got diagnosed. And after that, I said, well, at least I can still go to my, favorite place in the world. And that got taken from me. So that's my story. And that's how
at least MJ, that very gray rain cloud turned into something at least a little more beautiful, right? Because here we are, here you are, and it's been a great pleasure and adventure getting to ride together with you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I'm very fortunate to have met every single one of you guys, even the people that are not on the panel right now, in this community and the audience out there. And I love you dearly. You guys are the reason why I show up. So
there you go. And I'll switch to something that's a bit more fun because let's liven up just a little bit and say back in the 90s, I got on one of the buses leaving Typhoon Lagoon and thought that the bus was going to take me to the hotel that I was staying at. Turns out it was a 7-hotel circuit, and none of the hotels were mine. And when I finally returned to Typhoon Lagoon was closed, and the buses were not going anymore. Oh, no. So, that was a very long time, and this was before the days of cell phones. This was before the days when you could figure out, okay, I can get off at this hotel and get on that. So this was just, we're going to stick with it till we get back to the water park. And of course, that as people began to get back on the bus, that Typhoon Lagoon was cycled out for, at the time, Downtown Disney and Pleasure Island. Oh. So there you are in your wet water park clothes as all the cologne and perfume and the mini skirts start climbing on the bus.
Uh-oh.
Ignore the dampened seats, ladies and gentlemen.
I see a minivan, I think about you, Pro, because I remember specifically you you've been curious and you want to go in one of those. And I'm like, you know what? One day we're going to take a joyride in one of those Disney minivans to nowhere in particular. And just for the heck of it, just to say you did it.
When it happens, it is required that when you get in the minivan, that wherever you tell them to go, as soon as they start to go, I don't care if they speak English or not, you have to say, punch it, Chewie. Christian Corralejo for 5, mentioning creative geniuses. Did John Lasseter have more involvement in that new animated Netflix movie, Swapped? That seems to be another hit for them. I don't think that he had more to do with it, though, because he's over at Skydance. So I don't think
Remember,
so.
I told you about Swapped a few weeks ago when you were live. Yeah, it's excellent. That is just like, it blew hoppers away. Excelente. My kids loved it.
That's a low bar, though.
Huh?
That was a low bar.
How do we say beaver in Spanish? It's not marmota.
No.
Or you're asking the wrong fool.
You're asking me neither.
You said excelente, and he brought up hoppers, and I thought, wait a minute, I actually don't know the word for the water mammal in Spanish.
Me neither.
Marmota del lago. Maybe. No. Pilgrim Media. Marmot of the water.
Castor.
It's castor. I have come across that a long time ago. El Castor.
Castor oil?
Probably.
Or La Barbera.
That's
Never
a
heard that
barber
one.
shop.
La Barbera.
Boy, we're really going to confuse some people later when they say, in Spanish, look at that beaver, and they say, look at that barber shop, and somebody in Spanish near them goes, él está muy loco hoy, no sé por qué.
We are pretty crazy.
Pilgrim for 2. The Queen is coming to Disney World. I mean Queens. Is this a reference to what they're doing in June? Maybe. The first Dragon Queen for 2, Wilton's dad feet coming MJ's way soon.
Yay, thank you. Exciting. Yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah, and first Dragon Queen, I am going to go to the postal station this week. The air conditioning in the house got fixed a couple hours ago. That's why I was a few minutes late. So.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, finishing it up today, Just a Dutchie says, what do you call a small mother? A mini mom. Get it?
Mini mom.
Waka waka. It's a mini mom.
Mini mom. Oh, okay. Mini mom.
Come on, it's a
mini mom. A mini mom.
You gotta do Fozzie Bear.
I can't do a good Fozzie. I feel bad.
No.
You have to be way back here in your throat.
Down there.
Oh, wow. That
I feel bad.
We're playing in the green grass. Oh, tell me how do we make it last? Under the sun, the blue stretches.
I learned a really cool fact from Lauren that I'll never forget. And when he told me how to watch the Star Wars trilogies, but from the beginning to I forget where I stopped. I have it written down in my notes. But he told me that it was the same voice actor that did one of the Muppets, did Yoda. And I was blown away. I was like, what? And then I put the two together. I was like, yeah, that sounds just like him. So that will never leave my brain ever again.
Pal Grover.
Yeah. I was so taken back by that. I thought it was extremely fascinating.
Well, if that one threw you for a loop, just get ready because it turns out the voice of Kermit and the voice of Ernie from Sesame Street, basically the same. Hi-ho, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Muppet Vision 3D. Oh, look, it is my rubber ducky, and I am very excited to bring him into my bubbly bath.
Yeah.
Basically the same.
That tracks.
It tracks, all right. All right, folks, we're tracking on out of here. We're sending you to Ron Bradley of Follow the Bradley's Fun and The Dish. We wish you would subscribe to Culture Casino, to Hanging with Eric and Raf, as well as check it out on the Instagrammies and the X, MagicalyMJ. Folks, we got to get out of here. We got to get on our way. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the support. And don't forget, the Pro Show is back tonight. A full cohort of crazies. And don't be lazy. Join us 9 p.m. tonight. We'll see you then, folks. Take care. Until then.